Everybody, Mr. Max a Dumb One. How y'all doing? I want to do how to use the YouTube what do you call it, blurring. Uh, so that way you can use it to blur out license plates or faces or whatever you need to do with it. Um, so from right here on your main page, you want to go under see your video manager right here. Click on that. And basically, once you upload your video to YouTube, don't release it. Just let it sit. And once you go in here, you want to go under, let's see, I've already got this one already up. Let's go under this one and do edit. My computer might be a little slow. So once you get this up, you want to go up here to your enhancements. And once you get here, you kind of want to fast forward your video to the part to where you know you're going to need to use the blurring. I'm going to pause this here. So what you want to do is right over here on your right side, you're going to have your quick fix filters and blurring effects. You want to click on your blurring effects. Now you're going to have a couple options here: blur faces and custom blurring. I tried the blurring the faces part. I don't know if that really works that well, but I did try this custom blurring, which I think might work better. So we're going to go here, you got to push edit, and it's going to have it all set up for you. Give it a couple minutes here. And I'm going to fast forward this video just a little bit. And so you get to the point where you need it. Oh, I think I went a little too far. Okay, let's back it off. Let's go a little bit further. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to take your cursor up here on top. You'll get this little indicator here, and you want to click, and then it'll give you a little box. Now you can take each square and you can shrink it, and then you can now see it's doing a bunch of stuff here. Now I'll describe that later. But once you have this box, you can set it up to where you want it. So like when you're getting closer to something or whatever. Then you play your video, and then you can pause it where you see it again, and you can move the box, and then play it again, pause it, play it. Now here I want to take this, I'm going to enlarge it just a hair, and then you want to play the video again, and then you just kind of keep pausing it and watching and making sure it gets covered, so it didn't do it that time. So then I'll just click on, and then I can kind of shrink this down. Oh, come on. Kind of shrink it down a little bit. Then in the center of it, with the little hand, then you can move and adjust it a little bit. And then you push play. And then pause it. And click. And then you just, wait till you get the little pointy arrow. Shrink it. Move your box. And let's see here. Come on. You just kind of keep an eye on it. Push play. and you can adjust the shrinking it and making it bigger. So like when the car is starting to pull away, I can take this and I can shrink it, and then I can move it down. And then I can take this and slide it over. And I can push play. And then once you get this all done, before you hit the done button, you go ahead and just go back, take your scroll, and run back. So, see right here, do it right here, and watch your video. See, it's going to have this, and now you don't need this extra thing, so you can actually just delete that one, and then you can click this, and you can slide this just like so, and then you can push play, and you can get rid of that by you can moving your cursor here, making it shorter, push play. So then by the time it gets up to your part, it should start right there. And like I said, you can slowly adjust it so it'll move. See how it's moving itself? And it'll move because you adjust it. So you can like say if I want to adjust that there, I can click there, I can shrink it, I can make it bigger. So then like when the car moves back, I can make it more smaller. And then when I'm done, I can push the done, and hopefully it'll come out. I haven't done it yet because this video has already been done. I've just been playing around with it. And you can even shrink that down so you can stop it whenever you want. So like how it just fell, so you can stop doing that. But that's just a simple thing. I mean, I just came across it, and I think it'd be a great way if you don't have any editing skills or any editing software. This will be perfect because that's basically what I use as a YouTube editing software, what they have. So if you have any license plates or faces, you can do the same thing and kind of blur out their face and then kind of follow their face and so on and so forth. And then like I said, if you don't want that or whatever, you can just click on this and then hit the exit and it'll delete it. And then you can delete that and see here, there we go. So you can start all the way back to the beginning, but you can adjust it. And I mean, I've seen some other videos where you put the blur here and then you kind of shrink it and this and that, and this is basically the same thing, but it's a little bit different. You're not just dealing with the blurred screen. You're actually dealing with a little box, and you're just shrinking it and widening it and making it to what you need. So I don't know if anybody else has done this, but like I said, I came across it, and I wanted to play with it a little bit and do it on a video I've already done. And so next time, if I want to blur someone's face or I want to blur this or whatever, I know that I can use this. So I figured after playing with it for a little bit, I figured I'd do a video to show you how, if you wanted to use the YouTube, on how to do it. So I'm going to cancel this. And so basically I'll go back and I'll tell you how to get there. I'll go back here just so in case you miss it the first time. Okay. So you keep going back. Okay, so on your main page, once you have your subscribers, your views, and you see your video manager, all you gotta do is click on your video manager. Oh, excuse me. And then like I said, like this video I haven't posted yet, but I don't need it. So that's why I went down to my next one that has already been posted. So you click on, so once you upload your video and before you release it to the public, you go to here once it's been uploaded and everything's fine. You just go right here to the edit click on it, and then you should have this. You should have your, your thumbnails on the side here, and then, so then you're ready. You got your monetized and everything. But once you go up here to the top, you got your enhancements right here. Click on that. And then I'm going to mute this. Okay. Then you go over here to your right where you have your quick fixes, filters, and blurring effects. Click on your blurring effects. And like I said, don't worry about the blur faces. I believe that the custom blurring will be a little bit more better for you. Because the blur faces, it's like a big old blob, and then it starts off a big blob, and then you got to adjust it and all that. This custom blurring, it's a little bit more easier to deal with, to where you're dealing with blocks and squares, so you might like it better. So once you go here, just go right here to the side and it says edit. That lets them know that you're using the customization. And then, like I said, just scroll through your video to where you want it, and then see how my cursor went from a point to this kind of point here. And what you do, you go to the point to where you're going to want it. Then you click your left clicker, and then it'll give you the box, and you can adjust the size of it, get it to where you need it. And then you kind of slowly play the video to make sure that that blur stays where you want it. It's going to move, or it's going to create another one. So each time you pause it, you adjust the blur, and then you keep going until you're done. And then once you're done, scroll back to where you first started, and then play it. And then you can always, because it's going to constantly add blocks down here, so you can go ahead and knock off the ones you don't want, or the one that you have, you can scroll it back towards where your line is, where your video starts, where you want it, so you can make your adjustments. It shouldn't take too long, depending on how much you're blurring. But you can do multiple blurs. So, you have a blur here, and then a blur here, blur there. So, there you go. Give me a like if you like this video. And if you're not a Forever Like fan, hit that Forever Like button. Definitely tell me if this helps you out, and if you're using this, or if this does help you in any way. Because like I said, this is the first time I tried it, and I wanted to try it before doing a video. So I'm going to probably try to use this more often now in my future videos. So there you go. Have a good one. Ride safe. And hopefully I did some helping with somebody that needed to blur and doesn't have any software. Later.